Hey there folks, I'm kind of excited this morning because I have a tool haul to show you. What I'm doing is actually upgrading from some of my older battery powered gear and my corded gear. Now I'm not getting rid of my older gear, just retiring it. The batteries have seen better days, and over the last few years I've noticed that corded gear is getting a little bit more inconvenient, so I decided to upgrade. Before I unbox the new gear, let me show you what I'm retiring. And this is what I'm retiring. We've got this sander, corded, sanded an awful lot of wood with this over the years. The grinder never ever let me down. And this cut off countless 2x4s, 2x6s, 2x8s, 2x10s, and 2x12s. But it's all corded, and dragging cords these days I find is a bit of a pain. Still all works and will still probably see use, but it's going to go into greener pastures for now. And this here, if you're of the same vintage as I am, you will recognize this box. Bought this 22 years ago, and it's seen a lot of use. It's still usable, except the batteries, nickel nickel batteries, and they've seen better days. And this is the DeWalt 18V XRP. This was state of the art. For those of you who don't know, state of the art back in the day. Came with a hammer drill, reciprocating saw, circular saw, a light, charger. I think it came with 2 batteries. Came with this neat case that held everything. Now you get bags, which I'm not overly fond of. And actually, it gave you a legend on where the tools go. Now this particular kit that I got also came with a radio. And this still works. This will probably be sticking around the shop a little while longer. But this kit is going to be retired as backup to my new gear. This is not my new gear. I've collected some M12 over the years, mostly for home renovations, woodworking, any other DIY thing I'm doing around the house. And I've really gotten to like Milwaukee. So when I decided on getting new gear, I went M18. Before I unbox this, I thought I'd tell you about where I purchased this. I actually purchased this locally. When I was doing research on what I was going to get, I went online, checked out some places there, checked out a couple of big box stores, but I finally decided on getting it locally. I bought this at Rideout's Tool and Machinery, Tool and Equipment. Anyway, Rideout's. The reason why I bought it locally is that, first of all, it's supporting your local economy. Secondly, you're purchasing from people who know this stuff. If you're buying online, you're pretty much strictly relying on your own research. If you go to a big box store, you may get someone who knows something about tools, or you may not. Buying locally, and they sell the gear, they will know this stuff. They will answer your questions. They will answer questions that you didn't realize you should ask. And I got this for pretty much the same price as I would anywhere else. So a big shout out to Rideouts for setting me up with some really cool gear. And a reminder to you folks, if you're looking for gear, make sure you check out your local folks first before you purchase anywhere else. And finally, what I've been waiting for all morning, let's open these boxes. Let's start with this, I think it's called an introductory kit or something. Product number is 48-59-1850, right up there in the top corner. Essentially, it's an M12 M18 charger with a red lithium 5 amp hour M18 battery. Charger 5-year warranty, battery 3-year warranty. I don't think there's nothing much on the back. It's in one of these crazy clam shell thingies. That's a pain to get open. Let's get this open. One thing I'm not sure about these dual chargers is if they're sequential or simultaneous charging. And what I mean by that is that if I pop a M18 and an M12 battery in there, will they both charge at the same time, or will one charge before the other? Boy, this is tough to open. Holy cow. Yeah, I'll just fast forward this bit. Okay, after that wrestling match, here it is. Charger. It can be hung, look like from a wall. We have M18 battery. And some instructions. And I actually discovered there's a battery gauge. Okay, there's only showing 1 bar, so I'm just going to pop this on the charger. Note to self, those clamp packages can be really sharp. I had to go get a Band-Aid before I jumped at the rest of this. Next, we have a M18 sander, number 2648-20. It includes the sander, a universal hose adapter, which I didn't have on my DeWalt, a extension adapter, whatever that is, and 2 sheets of sandpaper. Now this is a tool only. On the back, 5-year warranty on the tool. Has electronic variable speed control, constant power technology, overload protection, defense against abusive situations, whatever they may be. 2-pole motor, high performance motor, provides corded power, more material removed per charge. It has a variable speed, 7,000 to 12,000 RPM. My other sander only had 1 speed. You get pad size 5-inch, 2.5 pounds, orbit diameter 330 seconds. And yeah, that's it. So let's get into this. Hopefully I won't cut my finger on any cardboard. Okay, this must, don't know what that is yet. Okay. Sander. Okay, so I have instructions, operating manual. I will read that later. We have a couple sheets of sandpaper. We have a little booklet showing all the other goodies you can get from Milwaukee. This must be the hose adapter. Oh, okay, I think. Let me see. So that goes... Okay, that goes on over that shaft there, and you put your hose on here, which is great because with my other one, I had to jerry-rig something to suck it out into shop vac. But this must be the standard collection, I guess, thing for the dust. What's this? Comes off somehow, I'm not quite sure. That way, squeeze there. I'm not quite sure. Anyway, I'll read the instructions. Seems comfortable in my hand. A nice pad there. Battery goes here, and that must be the extension piece, what it spoke about. It goes on over that there. Pop it out of its package. Now I'm just looking at this for the first time, so much like you guys looking at things. Okay, yeah, so that's an extender. That goes on there. Yeah, because if you look, this is in the shape of a D, and so is that. So it's essentially it's like keyed. So that would slide on over there. And I'm really curious, how does this come off? Okay, I'll be back in 1 second. Well, I looked through the instruction manual and it just says pull the top off. But I'm having a little difficulty doing that. So I'm just going to have to do a little bit more looking to figure out how easy this is. It's probably something stupid that I'm missing here, but it's not. It doesn't want to come off that easily for me. So I'll figure that out later. But I did discover that right here is the actual RPM dial. Right there. It goes from 1 to, it's still going, 6. So that's where you can adjust the speed. So there I have my new sander. And here is the big boy. It is a Milwaukee M18 FUEL 7-piece set. It's a 369727. Let's take a look at the box. It shows a picture of all the items there, a list there of what is included. On this side, it actually gives the product numbers of each one of those right there. On the back, we get into the actual details of the different items in the box. Now let's just go through it. We've got hammer drill with a side handle. We have an impact driver, impact wrench, SAWZALL, circular saw, grinder, a light, 2 5-amp-hour batteries, very similar to the ones, if not exactly like the one that came in that other kit, an M18 M12 charger, which is same charger as before, so I have 2 chargers, which is great, 1 contractor bag, and 1 contractor bag, so I guess there's 2 bags. Let's see, are the numbers of the items there? No, it's not. It's only on the side. Let's just see. So, the product number, I guess those are in that order, maybe. But you can see those are the items included with the kit. So now, let's try to get into this box. Oh, I guess everything's in a bag. Come out. Ooh. Oh, okay. So, okay, a small contractor bag. Oh, that just might end up being a lunchbox. Oh, everything's inside. Ooh, everything's packed inside there, so I can get rid of the box. Okay, first off, before we get into that, here's one of the contractor bags. Very similar to what I've got my M12 stuff in, about the same size. M18 FUEL. I wonder, do they have the straps to hook onto these pieces right here? Anyway, there's that. Another bigger bag. Again, M18 FUEL. A little hooky points there for shoulder straps. And big zipper. Let's see what's in here. Woo. Okay, lots of stuff. So we have another, I guess, brochure. A bunch of manuals. I will not go through them now. I will go through them later because this is more of just an unboxing. Oh, we have a strap. One strap. Okay, this is the the handle, or the side handle for the drill. We have, don't know what that is. This is the M12 impact driver. Looks like it has little lights right there. Actually, this is really the first time I've actually held M18. I might have seen an M12 before, but this is M18. It's not that heavy. I was expecting it to be heavier. What else have we got? We've got the light. This is LED, adjustable, on-off trigger. Oh, this is probably the handle to the grinder. This is belonging to the grinder as well. It looks like the cover for the guard. A guard for the grinding disc. Or that could be for the circular saw, not quite sure. Cardboard. Okay, oh, let's go over here. So here's the drill. M18 drill. Speaking about auto stop control mode, enhanced safety, prevents over rotation. Shut down to, oh, that's interesting. I'll have to read up on that later. This model number is 2904-20. Lay that right there. This impact driver is 295320. That's tidy. And this is the impact wrench, half-inch impact wrench. This is one of the main reasons why I bought this kit, because I'm getting a little bit more into doing repairs on cars and stuff, and I do have a corded impact wrench, but it's corded, and it's about 5 times this size, and I wanted something more compact, and yeah, this is cool. It has different, oh, looks, has numbers down there, so that probably means something, different torque ranges. It's a lot lighter than I expected, which is great. Just super. Next, SAWZALL. Ooh, this is a beast. It has something over here. Oh, that must be a belt loop. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be hanging that off my belt, but it's an option, I guess. We have different buttons up here. We have a lever here. I guess that's... Oh, that must be for installing the blade. Boy, this is hefty. This is kind of rubberized, so it's not going to be slipping around. That's cool. I like that. Have a battery. Red lithium XO 5.0. More cardboard. The charger, very similar to that one is over there. Oh, I didn't know. They actually, it didn't say in the box that they include a blade for the circular saw. That's perfect. And, oh, the circular saw. Oh, I forgot to, what did I, oh, Milwaukee, this one. Okay, this here, product number 2821-20, reciprocating saw. And the impact wrench. See, I'm excited about this. I'm forgetting to go through the product numbers. It's 296220. Yeah, that's nice. And this here, a little different design than my DeWalt, but still we'll get the things done. I'm going to have to go through all those brochures to figure out how everything works. And where's the model number on this? This is the 2833-20. This is nice. I like that. And in here we've got the grinder. Now that's the handle, and I guess the wrench for installing grinding wheels on that. And this, is that paddle? Oh, this is paddle. I know that the DeWalt one I had a little thing right here, and that was a pain at times, but this is paddle activated. That's cool. There must be a lock there for locking this so you can install things. This one is 2880-20. Where's my battery? Right there, that's wrapped up. And right here, we have our last battery. So I'm just going to take a quick look at all these and circle back to you. After going through all these operators manuals, I thought I'd just take a look at each tool and tell you a few things that I picked up in here. This here is the 1/4 inch hex impact driver. 1/4 inch hex goes in there. We have 3 LEDs. This here is the forward and reverse button. Trigger, obviously. And down here we have torque settings that you can select them through pressing the button up there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually 1, 2, 3, and the last one there is actually a specific setting for self-tapping screws. And yeah, this is a belt loop. So that's the 1/4 inch hex impact driver. Now this bad boy is the 1/2 inch mid-torque impact wrench. This is a pretty beefy guy. We have a 1/2 inch anvil up here, LEDs in the face, trigger, forward and reverse. And down here we have additional torque settings, very similar to the other impact driver that I just showed you. It has 3 settings and a 4th setting there, which give you the maximum torque. All the specs are located in the operator's manual. And again, there's a belt loop, just in case you want to hang this off your belt. Next, we have the M18 FUEL 1/2 inch drill, hammer drill, with, I put on this side extension here. Okay, we have an LED light down in the base on this one. Right there. We have a trigger, again, the directional button. We have all sorts of different torque settings up here. You turn that, and you can also get in screw settings and hammer drive. We have 2 speeds right here. That's the second, and you just slide that, get it into first. Have another lovely belt loop, and something called auto stop. I didn't know what that was. Apparently, with this engaged, there's a little light in right there, that there. The best way to describe it is that it's after happening to me with some of my M12 stuff. You're drilling, and then it sort of grabs into something, and the drill twists like that. Anyway, with the auto stop engaged, this Milwaukee tool will only go a certain distance compared to other manufacturers' models that they say, the drill will twist more, and you know how much that can hurt your wrist. So I think that's a very interesting safety feature, which I hope I never have to try out. Now this is a pretty feature-rich piece of equipment. It is the M18 6.5 inch circular saw. A lot of you have used circular saws, so you know a lot of the features, but I'll just quickly run through them. We have lever here to move the lower protector. Up front, we have this lever here that tilts tilts the base. There's also a gauge on the side here to show you the different angles, as well as indents at 22.5 and 45. That is pretty neat. Okay, handle here. That there is a rafter hook, which is great because if you're up on the roof somewhere you don't want it to fall, you can just hang it over a rafter. Button here to protect your lever from engaging. Have a hex wrench here. That's probably to so you can replace your blade. Over here we have a depth gauge. You can lower your plate like that. And inside here on the upper guard, there's actually measurements. Now, I'll have to test that to see how accurate it is, but it's nice to have something there. I usually go by feel. Attach the battery on right here. And what else? Oh, remember this plastic thing that I didn't know what it was? This actually attaches on here, so you can hook it up to some sort of port to collect all your dust. Yeah, so there it is, the M18 FUEL 6.5 inch circular saw. And this beast is the M18 FUEL SAWZALL. This is one heavy duty sucker. Let's start at the front. This is the shoe, and it's actually adjustable. There's a button here and a button on the other side. You squeeze those buttons, and the shoe can come out and go back in. It actually can come out all the ways. There's 8 indents in here for the shoe. There is a quick lock system in here to allow you to change your blades. This little lever here, slide up, slide your blade in, let it go down, make sure it's in place, and you're ready to go. Going back to SAWZALL, we have another rafter hanger right here, which is great. And closer to the back, we've got the trigger lock and the trigger. This is a beast. And next we have the M18 FUEL 4.5-inch grinder. I did install that side handle on the side. You can screw into that side right there or into that right there. I'll just leave that on for the sake of demonstration. This button here actually locks your shaft down here so you can install whatever grinding wheel or sanding wheel that you want. We have, okay, you actually get 2 guards with this. I don't know what it means, but this is a Type 27 guard, and this is a Type 1 guard. This guard is removable. Okay, we'll just let that go over there. Depress that. There we go. What you do is that you press down on that little lever there, rotate it, and that one comes off. Now you can install that. There's like a number of pre-dents that'll hold it in place. And if you have to install this guard, that just slides on over. Again, I have no idea what these are for. They slide on over, little clips, hold right there. You've got an additional guard. To power this puppy, well, the battery goes in the back. And it's actually pedal actuated. There's a little locking lever there. Push forward with your finger, pull, and it'll run. So, yeah, it's a pretty neat tool. This is the M18 FUEL 4.5-inch grinder. And I almost forgot, it comes with a tool so that you can tighten up that washer and shaft. And last but certainly not least, we've got the work light. Stop the battery on the bottom, pull the trigger to turn it on. I have no idea what the lumens are. For some reason, they don't seem very bright. It would be great if you could, might be able to change the bulb to get some serious light coming out of this. But whatever it is, if you have no light and you need light, this is better than nothing. Simple trigger, turn it on and off. There's only one, seems to be one range. It does have an adjustable light, so that if you're looking at the ceiling or if you're looking that way, that's fine. I didn't know this, but it has a little hook so that you can hang it somewhere if need be. Cool. And one thing that would be great is if Milwaukee made a little small battery, because I don't think you need a 5 amp hour battery to use on a light. Something like a 1 or 2 amp hour, something tiny is all you really need for this, because the amount of draw on this light is not going to be huge. But it's a great addition to have to a very complete kit. Before I clue up, I thought I'd circle back to the sander. Earlier, I was having trouble getting this box open. I was afraid of like yanking on something and breaking tabs underneath, but everything that I could find, it just said grab hold to the top and pull it open. So let's see. Oh, so there we go. I did squeeze the side a little, and that might have made the difference. So you have a pretty large compartment there to capture the dust. Looking around the edge, there's only a few tabs right here, and it looks like more of a groove. Oh yeah, so that's what happens. The edge of the box goes into the groove. That's what gives it its seal. But it's not sealed with any rubber though. Okay. We have a filter here that looks to be cleanable and replaceable. But as I mentioned earlier, this also has the option of hooking up directly to a shop vac and sucking in the dust right into that. Here's my old DeWalt. 2.588 kilos. And Milwaukee. 2.29 kilos. So this one is a bit lighter. And that is my tool haul. Milwaukee 18 volt FUEL. Now, as I said earlier, my DeWalt It's not going away. It's just going into a well-deserved retirement, making way for the next generation. If you have any ideas on the next M18 fuel I should get, drop it in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.